Good to see you. I'm excited. And so we're going to go ahead and get started. This is my special guest on this evening, Dr. Taya Wiley. Man, I tell you what, out of Ohio. And first of all, before we get started, guys, we just want to say, well, we don't want to make any medical claims right now. We don't want to make any medical claims, nor are we sharing or suggesting that you not adhere to any doctor's prescriptions that they may have been giving you as well. So we want to be in compliance with that, but we want to share with you this information that's been shared with us that has made such a difference in Dr. Jataya's life and in my life as well. And so we want to share it on this afternoon or this evening. So once again, Jataya, welcome. And I'll tell you what, we're going to go ahead and get started. We're going to go ahead and get started, just jump right into it. Now, you know, I know you, I've met you, I've seen you in, I think the first time I met you was in Baltimore, or either Baltimore or Las Vegas. And I know you have a presence about you and such a confidence I know that comes from within that blossoms on the outside of you. And I know a little of your story, and I know your story, you shared it many times. Just share with people that may be joining in and listening. Before, I know you talk about the pain medication that you were on, just being in pain, and how that affected your life when you just started.
Well, first I want to say thank you so much, Mr. Crocker, for inviting me to do this live stream with you. I appreciate the opportunity to share with your people because it really has been a life-changing experience for me. Just a year ago, my health was nothing like it is today. I was on a lot of different medications, including steroids. And the steroids were something it was causing me to gain more weight. And it also wasn't good for my heart. Like my dad's side of the family, nobody really has like a great heart to begin with. So it really
Okay.
wasn't good for me to be on those steroids. And I could definitely feel the difference every time I would take them. And they make you feel a little bit crazy. So it wasn't something that I wanted to be on in the first place, but it was what was
Okay.
given to me by my doctor. And I had gotten to a point where I was extremely overweight. When I started keto, I was 260 pounds. I'm
Wow.
down 85 pounds to date. So I'm really
Wow.
excited about that weight loss. And that was only since March, so maybe 16 months ago. And my life has
Yeah.
just changed completely in all areas of my life because once you get your health right, everything else just seems to fall into place. So that is one thing that I could definitely say keto has done for me. It's gotten me off all medications. I'm not in any more pain like I was on a daily basis. And on New
Yeah.
Year's Day, 2016, I rang in the new year in the hospital because I couldn't walk because I had gained so much weight, because I was so out of shape. I had plantar fasciitis, arthritis, so many different health ailments that was just preventing me from living that normal life. And
Yeah.
it wasn't until I discovered keto that I really was able to make a change, because before that I tried every different diet plan imaginable. Nothing was working. I, was on Weight Watchers. I was going to the gym. I was doing so many different things, but I really just hadn't found the thing that allowed me to lose the weight and keep it off.
Yeah.
So this has just been a great experience thus far. And I'm so grateful to have found this, because not only has it changed my life, it's helped me to change so many other people's lives as well. So it's been great.
Yeah, awesome, awesome. I love it. And you said something about just the weight loss, and you really think about today. It can be challenging for people because it's one thing to start something, but it really is challenging. And let's be real. A lot of them just don't work. I mean, it's a challenging thing to maintain over an extended period of time, and people get really frustrated with it. Do I count calories? Do I look at my portions? Do I add more protein, different things, and it can be really, a tedious and tiresome thing to go through that. And you mentioned keto and just getting into that ketogenic lifestyle that made such a difference in your life. And, I know you shared a story, and you talk about the weight, and I'm seeing you, man, the weight coming off, and I tell you what, you're on the runway and everything. I was like, wow, man, and so, I know you shared a story one time about just, before the weight coming off and you being at the amusement park with your family, just share that, that journey, and then getting into keto and BulaFIT, and how that, how you were able to make have such success and make that transition.
Absolutely, yeah. People say it all the time, and people from the outside looking in, they don't really understand how someone could say, I honestly didn't know that I had gained so much weight. And that is the
Right.
boat that I was in. I just didn't know. I mean, like I wear comfortable clothing, so if you're always wearing like a dress or yoga pants, you can gain weight and not even know that you gained as much as you did. And I've
Okay.
always been a thrill seeker. So Cedar Point is an amusement park here in Ohio, and I love roller coasters. That was like my favorite thing to do, is ride roller coasters. And so me and my family, we made the 2 hour trek up to Cedar Point, and everybody was so excited. I was with like 6 people. Everybody was so excited to get there. And my favorite ride, which is everybody's favorite ride that I was with, the Millennium Force. That was the first line we went to when we walked into the amusement park. And when we were all walking up to the line, the attendant at the front of the line stopped me, and I'm like, oh, okay. I know I didn't do anything wrong because we had really just got to the park. And she was like,
Right.
I just need you to sit in the chair to make sure that you fit. And just to even hear somebody say that to you, I was like, wait, what? Sit in the chair to make sure I
Yeah.
fit. So
Right.
reluctantly, I go to sit in the chair, and now, I'm trying to keep the pretty smile on my face, trying not to let everybody see that I'm upset, embarrassed, mortified, that I have to check
Yeah.
to see if I can fit. And in my mind, I never thought that I wasn't going to fit. So like even when I sat down to try to buckle up the seatbelt, I still didn't think that there was a chance that I wasn't going to fit. But sure enough, I mean, like it was
Right.
this much room that I still needed. Like
Wow.
there was no way that it was going to snap, and nobody
Wow.
was able to like help me try to snap it or anything like that. And when you're at an amusement park, if
Yeah.
you can't ride the ride, they don't even let you walk through the line with your family. So at that point, I'm like
Right.
telling everybody else, oh, okay, you guys go ahead, I'll be fine, I'll find something to do. But really all day all I could do was sit on a park bench, because that was just the first ride I couldn't ride any ride in the whole park. So pretty much it was
Wow.
definitely time for me to do some self-reflection, self-correction, and just sit there and figure out, how did I let my life get so out of hand? So that's what I wound up doing that whole entire day at Cedar Point, where it was supposed to be something fun for the family to do, and I get there and I can't ride anything at the whole entire park. But I want
Right.
everybody else to have a good time. So every time, those lines, 2 hour lines. So by the time they got off of one ride, I would smile and walk to the next ride with them and find me a bench in the shade. So that was my
Yeah.
day. And it really,
Yeah.
even after that, I had said I was going to get my life together. I'm like, oh, this will never happen to me again. So I said I was going to get my life together and lose the weight, and I tried. I tried a lot of different things, and nothing really was working. So I'm really
Yeah.
grateful for the keto lifestyle. I'd never heard of keto. And when
Yeah.
we did hear about it was on our cruise last year. Our company had sent us on what was that? Our first company cruise, Royal Caribbean. Everybody
Yeah.
was having a great time. I was the only
Yeah.
person
Yeah.
like on the beach, not in a bathing suit. I was fully dressed because I was so embarrassed with, my weight at the
Wow.
time. And they had said that they were going to come out with a weight loss program, and they were going to announce it after we got off the cruise. And I was really excited about whatever it was. But then when I heard it was
Right.
low carb, high fat, I was like, oh, I can't do that. I just didn't think there was any way, because 3 years ago I stopped eating meat. So I'm like, if I don't eat meat and I don't eat carbs, what am I going to eat? So I wasn't even excited anymore. I didn't think I was going to be able to do it and be successful.
Right.
So I just kind of threw it out the window, really. And after my cruise, I went on another cruise, like literally just took my suitcase and took it to the next boat. And then so when I got back off of that cruise, I saw everybody else in the company were having all these amazing results. Like Michael Bazemore, I think he lost 12 pounds in the first like 7 days or something crazy. So then I got
Yeah.
kind of excited. I'm like, wait a minute, maybe we're on to something. So, I started the program, and in the first 30 days, I lost 25 pounds. And then I got excited because with those first 25 pounds, they say for every pound you lose is 4 pounds of pressure off your knees. They told me I was going to have a double
Yeah.
knee replacement. I was only 35. So just off losing that first 25 pounds, that was like taking 100 pounds of pressure off my knees. So after
Exactly.
losing that little bit of weight at the beginning, that alone changed my life. If I didn't lose anything else other than those first 25 pounds, my life would have still been changed,
Right.
because I was
Right.
able to then walk again. The arthritis that they told me I had was gone. The plantar fasciitis that they told me I had was gone. I wasn't on any more
Wow.
medications, just off the first 25 pounds. So that right
Wow.
there was a big change for me. Um,
Yeah.
and then I got excited because I wasn't working out or anything. I was just following the program, taking the
Yeah.
product, eating the high fat, and people think that, you know, the fat is what is killing us, but really it's the carbs. Carbs cause so much inflammation. And once you
Right.
take those carbs out of your life, you're not inflamed anymore. So I look like
Right.
I lost way more than 85 pounds, but that's because before I was always swollen. I always had so much water on my body. And now that I don't eat the
Yeah.
carbs, it's just a huge difference.
Yeah, yeah, wow. That I tell you what, that is so amazing, and I appreciate you sharing. And I know there's a lot of people out there that can relate to just being in situations like that where you really want to do something, where you really want to go, but those things pop up, and you're like, wow, that's really embarrassing, and I can't do this, and you don't feel well, and then when you look at the keto lifestyle, and we have this, our program has made it so much more easier. That I think is just an awesome thing to be able to do it, an easier way to do it, and not be so complicated and strict. Man, I tell you what, that is awesome, and congratulations. I see you, like I said, I see you on the runway. I think I'm gonna post a picture of your before and after picture, one of your latest ones, guys. I'm gonna post her picture so you can see, one of her latest transformations and see how she looks. And I tell you, it's phenomenal. So, Taya, again, we thank you and appreciate you just for sharing your life. Thank you for hanging out with us. Any last words you want to share with those that's listening?
Well, in the words of our champion, Glenda McDougall, make that one decision, because that is the one decision that changed my life. And if you've been thinking about keto, or if you've just been thinking about losing weight and you didn't know how, I would definitely suggest do your research and see if it's right for you, because your life can look totally different in a month. Your life could look totally different a
Yeah,
couple weeks from now. But definitely by the time we ring in 2019, if you make that decision today, by 2019,
yeah,
when we ring in the new year, your life will not look the same. And I'm telling you that from
yeah,
experience. If you do the program, if you stick to the program, if you give it the 100% effort, even if you give it 75% effort, your life will not look the same 6 months from now. So thank you so
absolutely.
much again for having me on with you today. I really
Yeah.
appreciate the opportunity to share.
If you enjoyed the content, please be sure to like the video and leave a comment. I'd love to hear from you. Don't forget to subscribe. And if you would like help turning your body into a fat burning machine, reach out to the Keto Queen for your complimentary keto consultation. Thanks for watching.